Hi, welcome to Cherie's weight loss journey. I'm out here sitting in my backyard. I've been a little busy and relaxing because I didn't want to go for any walks lately, even though that's important, to always, keep yourself active and, get out in the public and, um, just make sure that you're staying in tune with life, right? So, but I have been doing a lot of chores, and I still do my lightweight exercises. Like today, I only got in like 3,500 steps. Okay, I don't know. It could be the food that I'm eating. I've been eating a 3-bean chili without the tomato sauce and the tomatoes and all of the spices and stuff. But it was a turkey, um, chili, 3 beans, black, red, and pinto. It was very good. Fortunately, I didn't eat it the way that I'm accustomed to eating it, which is by, eating it with cornbread or rice. So, yeah. But, you know, I'm telling you, that starch, it hits you differently. Well, it hits me differently. And I almost want to say it kind of puts me, like in a, I don't know, it might even be a form of stupor. I'm alert, I'm awake, able to do the things that I have to, like wash my dog, mow the lawn. But, and I am doing a meal prep because the main reason why I decided to go ahead and use up the last of those beans and cook them, is because I was going to do a grocery haul. So, I did a grocery haul. I bought some chicken, some hot links, some spinach, some cabbage, some cheese. Oh my God. And they have, they brought back peppermint bark creamer. And I was like, oh gosh, that is like one of my favorites. So bought me a couple of those, which means I'm gonna have to buy me some more coffee real quick, because I know as soon as I break one open, I'm gonna want coffee, a lot of coffee. And right now, I'm doing a meal prep because I bought some whole chicken, and what I did was I cut off the breast of the chicken and the skin off of that, and I'm gonna use, the chicken breast differently, and I'm boiling the rest. Like I said, I'm really getting away from, deep fried and, fried in a lot of grease foods, and, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm 2 months in for sure. It's still been getting pretty warm here during the day. I think we got up to 90 degrees today and yesterday. So yeah, you know, it may be a little cooler in the morning, but as the day wears on around 5 o'clock, it's about 90 degrees, 89 degrees, something like that. Feeling a little concerned, about the war situation, because North Korea has decided to join in with Russia, and I'm not sure, exactly why they would do that. I have a feeling it has something to do with, the politics of the culture of man, for sure. Because, who else just, goes to war, without, having, a really good reason, like some kind of, altercation, right? When we heard about the war of Ukraine, I know all of us was thinking, well, they're gonna get over this. There wasn't no severe altercation, but yeah. And then with the ports, going on strike, it's a little concerning. So I had to do, some thinking, right? And part of my thinking is that I'm going to learn how to can my own food. Yeah, I'm going to learn how to can my own food. I did freeze like 3 serving sizes of the 3 bean chili I cooked. Yeah. So those are some of the things, that I was thinking about. We don't really think about a lot of preparation when it's still so warm. It is so warm here. Like, I'm outside, but I don't feel like walking because it's very warm, even though it's nighttime. Like I said, it's probably about 85 degrees. But I did want to put a video out because I know I usually, get out of the house and do the videos. I don't do a lot of videos at home. Maybe I should start doing more of those. And I might just start doing more of those. Just because I don't leave the house doesn't mean that I don't need to journal about my weight loss journey. Within a week or so, I'm going to have to go back to the doctor and have some blood work done, make sure that, everything's okay. I'll probably, get to know what my weight is at the time when I go there. because I don't I don't have a working scale in the house. um, yeah, so I am boiling a chicken. Um, I'm planning to use some of the chicken broth, to create some egg drop soups that I can also eat, which are I love egg drop soup. Um, I might use some of that broth for some pastas because I do want to prepare some pasta meals and have them ready for me to eat when I get ready to eat. I mean, it's a whole new world when you're actually eating healthier meals than when you're really nearly buying pre-prepared foods out, or snacking, and it's definitely a whole new world. um but apart from that, um I haven't done any like snacks, chips, rice, potatoes, french fries, you know, not even candy. I mean, that protein bar, it was not really candy. Um, and I'll probably, buy me a package of that so I don't have to, spend so much for them at work. And I still haven't bought the prepared protein drinks. So we'll see about that too. It's weird how, they have so many companies, that are coming out with their own protein drinks and protein mix. And, there's a variety to choose from. And they're getting more expensive, for sure, for sure. The one thing I like about the protein drinks is, most of them, they have vitamins with them also. So you don't really have to like supplement as many vitamins when you're taking protein drinks. But if you're not taking protein drinks, then definitely, you need to supplement your vitamins. But I'm stocked up. I think that will get me through the winter on vitamin C for sure. If you're like me, and you want the world to, let's not say go back to normal, but because the normal wasn't good. We just want some kind of stability. We want this instability to just stop. We want the recklessness to just stop. We want the crime and the drug use and this, the addictions to sex to just stop, because, people are upset, that, they're trying to make the workplace, a place where, they can, harass people. It's like they have to do, some really intense sexual harassment, classes and training in the workplace. They've almost taken those out, or they sort of just, skirt by it, and, or they don't penalize people, when, somebody is sexually harassing someone, and that's really discouraging, because, something like that overlooked, it gives people, a tool that they can use, behind the scenes. And nobody wants to go to work, and be sexually harassed because, somebody just wants them to lose their virtues. And it's sad. It's sad that, they don't think that that's important. Some of them, they don't even think that, what is that? What do you mean, your virtues? And when somebody thinks that, they could just bring you a gift or some flowers or take you out to eat, that, they're expecting, for you to compromise your virtues in return. And it's just like, what kind of crazy, succubus, incubus, Jezebel spirit do you have attached to you? You need an exorcist. For real. And, it's interesting, that we're in a world that says, well, we don't want to be penalized, for being pure, but then we don't want to be exploited either because we're not pure. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to get a video out today, because I was getting in such a good habit of recording every day. And then, I went, I don't know, maybe 3 days without recording. And I was kind of enjoying not recording. But I'm still doing my diet. I just didn't feel the need, to record my emotions, because I spent a lot of time, watching, police chases, random road rage caught on videos, and it just made me upset, right? That you can't leave the house without somebody out there being reckless. And then when they get caught or something like that, if they're not dead or hospitalized, they're always saying stuff like, well, I was drunk, or I was on drugs, or I didn't mean it, or, some of them, they blame their wives. Well, my wife, she made me mad, or my wife is cheating on me, or my wife is, leaving me. So he feels like, it's his right at that time, to go and wreak havoc on the world. And it's like, well, man, if you had really loved your wife, you know, you should have, shown her, you should have enticed her to be with you, you know, but they do just the opposite, as if, society would ever again, force a woman to be with a man that's not going to treat her right. That's so outdated. That's so outdated. That went away when, they stopped having arranged marriages. So I don't know what they're thinking. That is stinking thinking for sure. And because you don't want two people in the same space that hate each other. That sounds like a recipe for homicide, for sure. So yeah, I decided, shit, just to, guarantee that I'm not, gonna suffer any losses, getting out here and about because of all of these reckless fools out here, and that's just on a what do you call it? That's just on a very basic level. It's at a whole nother extreme if you're talking about criminals, and people who deal in illicit business practices, then that's, the stakes are so much higher. Nah. And the weird part about it is that, they're recruiting younger and younger people, to push their agendas. And it's just like, what? And we want to support, our police and everything like that, but the police is like, they don't want to lose their life, and then they put them in jail only to have, the justice system, release them in a year or two on some type of, so-called supervised freedom. And I'm like, how are they being supervised? Well, an ankle monitor? By their phone? What? So yeah, it's very disturbing, because how it seems like the justice system is stating that they're just losing money, they have to provide medical and all of these conveniences for the prisoners, and the prisoners are really pampered. I've seen some videos of prisoners that were released who were like, no, I want to go back, I gotta go back, and so they're willing to do a heinous crime just to get back into prison. So I don't know, for the most part, I could say that, basically the men behave like that, although they do recruit some women, because a lot of times, to be around these guys, they want you drinking and smoking and getting high right along with them. And I don't know how many videos that I've seen where, they got some woman to be a mule for them to transport massive amount of drugs. Even when I was growing up, and crack was on the rise. One drug dealer approached me talking about, oh, I would make a good front if I wanted to make some money. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, you would make a good front, you look like a decent person, and you just out here working and trying to raise your family, we just want to recruit you, to sell drugs for us. And I was like, what? Man, I got out of Dodge real quick, moved down to California, and I was like, okay. But then California had their own, gang banging, drug scene, prostitution scene, and it's like everywhere you go, it's there. And it almost would make you feel like you can't get away from it. Right? But you can. And, you have to, do your best to stay away from it. Otherwise, it will ruin your life. I've been watching some videos called Lost in Phoenix. Beautiful girls. Beautiful when they were young. And they look like keepers of the creep. They're so skinny and I mean, yeah, they look like they look like monsters now. And they're not even 60 years old. And they look like they're 100, 150, been laying in the grave. And, and this guy, he's interviewing them, and he catches some of them, when they first get out there. Oh, how long you been on the streets of, Phoenix? And they're like, oh, I've been here 2 months. He was like, yeah, I remember seeing you last month, and then, he might interview them later, and you could just see, the stress of the drugs and the lifestyle. It's killing them, right? Some of them, they just say, they already know that they're gonna die if they stop taking, drugs, because they won't be able to handle not being on drugs. That's the only thing keeping them alive. That's the only thing that motivates them. So yeah, it's sad, to see them at that extreme. And then it's sad, when you see people playing with that. They think they're so, that they'll never get caught up, or they'll get in and get out, or they'll just do it once, or, it's right. So Anyway, thank you for watching Cherie's Weight Loss Journey and allowing me to tell you some of my thoughts. And I'll talk to you later. Maybe tomorrow I might even take a walk. Bye.